Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we celebrate Arbor Day with the students of Frost Elementary School, as East Brunswick was once again awarded Tree City USA designation. Al Nygren, the executive director and curator of the New Jersey International Film Festival, sits down in studio with filmmaker Jordan Clay-J to talk about his short film Headless, Swans. We drop in on EB Cares, a day that brought awareness to the opioid epidemic in the state, co-sponsored by the East Brunswick Elks Lodge and the East Brunswick Municipal Alliance. Barbara Reese sits down in studio with author Albert Ameo to talk about his new book, Awaken the Power Within, in Defense of Self-Help. All this, plus the Central Jersey Bicycle Club, stops by the library to share information about the organization and some tips on bicycle safety. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now. East Brunswick Township celebrated Arbor Day at Robert Frost Elementary School. The township was awarded Tree City USA for the 40th year. Students received seedlings to plant at home, and a London plane tree was planted at the school.
We as citizens of the township, you as youth, are going to become stewards of our environment. Eventually what we do here as adults, we're going to have to pass on to you, and you someday pass that on to your children. It's an obligation that on our part to try to do everything that we can to pass on to you a world that's more beautiful and more environmentally safe than the way in which we found it. And it's going to be your job to try to do that to the next generation, to your children, which you probably aren't even thinking about one day. But the point is that what you're being given today is a tremendous gift, this little seedling that you may think is not that big of a tree. But in reality, my son, who's now 28, did the exact same thing when he was in school, was sitting exactly where you were that many years ago. And he took that tree, that little seedling, and put it in front of my house. And now today, that is the largest and tallest tree on my block. So if you think about that, there's about 4,000 of you in elementary school in this school system alone. So if each one of you planted a seedling this year, and every year we were planting 4,000 more trees in the township of East Brunswick, just think about what a beautiful community this will be every generation that moves on from now. So it may not seem like a big gift, but I think it's a really, really big one. And I hope you do exactly what my son did and bring that home and plant that tree and be really proud someday when you come back and see how big that tree really has become.
The trees are growing roots with soil and rain and sunny days. The trees are growing roots. The trees are growing leaves. The trees are growing leaves with soil and rain and sunny days. The trees are growing leaves. Roots, trunk, branches, leaves. Branches, leaves, roots, trunk, branches, leaves, buds and fruits and flowers in the breeze. Those are the parts of trees. Your branches reach into the sky, where the birds go flying by. Your gentle arms can hold a nest, where baby birds may take their rest. Your buds create a beautiful scene with pretty flowers and leaves of green. You give us yummy fruits to share. Your lovely leaves help clean our air. Oh, great trees so tall and true, what would we do without you? And in that egg there was a bird, the prettiest bird that you ever did see, The bird in the egg, in the nest, on the branch, on the tree, in the hole, in the ground. And the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. Yes! And the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. Room 22 is here today, and this is what we have to say.
Their branches span 130 feet. Baby acorns might look sweet, but be careful not to eat.
Room 22 is here today, and this is what we have to say.
Oak
trees need lots of water each day. It makes them strong so we can play.
Room 22 is here today, and this is what we have to say.
Furniture, ships, and drums too, built from the wood to help me and you.
Room 22 is here today, and this is what we have to say.
We rely on trees in our daily lives. Cutting them down causes them to die, but we can save them if we try.
One common tree is the northern white pine. The northern white pine is a tree tall and fine. The northern white pine can be 100 feet tall. The northern white pine will grow above all. The northern white pine can be 200 years old, and it can still live when it's really, really cold. Pine trees are tall. Pine trees are green. Pine trees make the air nice and clean.
I'd like to thank you for the honor of selecting Frost Elementary School as the host of the Arbor Day celebration. I want to thank all of my teachers, all of my students for your contributions and songs. Didn't they do a fabulous job? Thank you, East Brunswick Parks and Recreation, for organizing the event and for planting our new tree. A special thank you to our own town administrators and Mayor Cohen for attending our ceremony. And we hope you all enjoyed it and have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful spring, summer, and green growth time.
All you gotta do is live your life, be true. Live your life, be true, and never be afraid. Never be afraid to grow. No matter how you got it, it's yours now, don't you hide it. Let it grow. Let it grow. Let the love inside you showing. That's the way to know you're worth it. Let it grow. Let it grow.
Hello, everyone. It's Al Nygren, Executive Director and Curator of the New Jersey International Film Festival, here today with the first of our filmmaker interviews. The New Jersey International Film Festival will be taking place on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings on June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So the first 2 weekends in June. Saturdays are kind of special because there's screenings at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Fridays and Sundays, there's just screenings at 7 p.m. General admission is $12, $10 for students and seniors, and you can get complete information at our website, which is www.njfilmfest.com. Well, here today we have a wonderful filmmaker with a wonderful film entitled Headless Swans, and Jordan Clay-J is the director. Welcome, Jordan.
Thank you.
So Jordan, I watched this film again last night, and you call it a neo-noir, kind of the film noir films that people are familiar with, Humphrey Bogart and Maltese Falcon, and it certainly fits many of those, it ticks off many of those boxes about film noir. Why call it a neo-noir? And tell us a little bit about the film.
Right, well, it's kind of where a lot of the influences, both stylistic and story-wise, came from. We spent a lot of time studying the kind of like the older noirs, like you've mentioned, also some of the ones in that came out in the 70s, like Killing of a Chinese Bookie, the Cassavetes film was a big influence as well. And it was a stylistic choice that we definitely were trying to emulate. And then story-wise, we're following a private detective who makes his living off of exposing extramarital affairs, which is kind of, almost like a trope of that genre. So. But our kind of twist on it was that he kind of gets off on viewing the destruction of the relationships that he investigates.
Yeah, he's a troubled man.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think that there's a lot of kind of pain and anger in Latour, and that he's kind of, I don't think that he took this job because it's like, I want to watch people do this. I think it's kind of, he had the job and then stumbled on this thing that he kind of likes, almost like an addiction, like he's addicted to watching the pain of others.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really ever kind of fully explore it until he doesn't get it, which we see in the film.
The chiaroscuro lighting, I mean the heavy dark look of the film is really a plus. It's almost like a character in the film.
Absolutely, yeah. My cinematographer, Vincenzo Mangino, did a fantastic job with it.
I mean, that's one of the selling points of your film to our jury. They love the fact that you shot on Super 16 film. I mean, it looks like you shot on film. And it kind of sticks out from all the digital stuff that we get. So that was one of the pluses. Tell us a little bit about the fellow who plays Leon Latour, the private detective.
Yeah, Jason Dowies. He is based out of Baton Rouge. And we it was actually really lucky that we found him, because we were down in Louisiana for about 3 months before we shot it to do pre-production, because a lot of my crew, my department heads, were coming from London, so we didn't really have a base in Baton Rouge. And yeah, we just kind of like sent out a couple casting calls, and we set up shop in a library meeting room in St. Francisville, Louisiana, and just kind of saw a rotating door of people. And you know, it did get to a point where we were worried that we weren't going to be able to find the right person. And then once Jason walked in, he just killed it in the audition. And yeah, we're really happy with his work.
Yeah, he did a really, really good job. And again, I think the use of long shot in your film too, where you become him in many, many ways. You see what he sees, and I think that the audience is certainly sucked into your film that way. You mentioned London, which I guess is the other thing that I wanted to ask you about. You did go to the London Film School, and that's how you get your crew from there?
Right. So the crew that I had, you know, I was lucky enough to, you know, everybody kind of says like, oh, the film crew became a family. Like, so it's almost a cliche to say at this point, but I was working with my, you know, my very good friends that I'd known and worked with in the past during my time at the London Film School, and we were excited to kind of come over here and do this under my production company's name, Farther From Zero Films. So yeah.
This is your first film outside of school?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And what are your plans from here on out after this film?
Well, I guess the dream would be to, you know, we want this to get a really strong showing at festivals, and I'm working on the screenplay for a feature version of it, because I definitely want to continue to play in this world. Like, Leon Latour is still very much in my head.
Yeah, you really get the sense that you're just starting in many ways, and even though you get to see 3 instances and 3 different situations, and you mix it up really nicely. And folks, you absolutely have to come and check out this wonderful film, which is actually the very first film we will be screening, and that's a very prestigious spot.
And
so
we're very happy to
congratulations.
have it.
Oh, and your film also won Best Short Film?
Best Louisiana Live Action Short, just last weekend.
Congratulations. So it's already an award winner. And so we're going to be screening this on Friday, June 1st, first film, right at 7 o'clock in our state-of-the-art facility, which is Voorhees 105, which is located at 71 Hamilton Street, which is on the College Avenue campus of Rutgers University. A block away from the New Brunswick train station. There's university lots available for folks to park in. So please come and join us. And thank you so much for your time, Jordan.
Thank you very much.
We really look forward to screening your film.
I look forward to being there.
But if there's one thing I've learned in this business, it's this. If you think your spouse is faithful, you might be right. But if you think your spouse is cheating, you're definitely right.
Earlier this week, the police department in our town in East Brunswick's sleepy little 60,000 East Brunswick community released details on an arrest that was made in our town of a 21-year-old individual who was in possession of what I remember to be 450 pills and was arrested for intent and possession, or intent to distribute and possession. You don't think that 21-year-old has got connections to people in your family? You're wrong.
I am the face of addiction and recovery. What makes my story, thank you. What makes my story so extraordinary is the fact that it's actually just really extraordinary. I come from a really good family in South Jersey. I went to a private high school. I went to college with scholarships. I played sports growing up my whole life. And very, very quickly, a prescription for opioid painkillers became an addiction to heroin.
My son is a heroin addict. He has shot upwards of 15 bags of heroin a day. So after you're done selling your clothes and your shoes, you sell your body. That's how strong this drug is. Nobody is immune. And I know a lot of parents like to say, oh, that's crazy, that'll never happen. 3 most dangerous words, not my kid. Telling you he was arrested this past February here in East Brunswick. His life was saved that night. The officers who made that arrest saved Jeff's life. Get trained in Narcan. Families carrying Narcan have actually saved lives and have been a rude awakening for the person themselves that have overdosed, because it's their family that saved them.
I am here today with the East Brunswick Elk Lodge, number 2370, located right on 21 Oakmont Avenue, East Brunswick, New Jersey. We partnered here today with the East Brunswick Alliance today for a Substance Abuse Awareness Day. We feel that this is affecting our community. It is not immune to just over and everywhere else. It's also right back home in our own backyards. We have put together vendors and musicians and resources and speakers to really bring home the importance of the drug abuse community and what is going on here today and how we could help everyone. Not only have we brought together our vendors to speak on recovery, but we also have Topak here today, who is conducting a free Narcan training from 2:30 to 3:30. After they are done with the training, they will get a certificate and be certified in helping anybody who's going through an abuse problem.
You know, this is a representation of the community really caring for one another and trying to be out there to support one another and provide some awareness and education about substance use, and in my mind that kind of correlates with mental health issues as well, because I'm a child, adolescent, and adult psychiatrist, and the center serves those needs. So when I heard about the event, I felt it was important to come out there and speak about ourselves as a local center that can help folks that are going through a difficult time.
We are actually an outpatient program. We provide partial programming with sober living. Our model's a little different. It's not detox or residential. It might be a step down after someone's detoxed or gone through residential, and it's just giving them extra additional support in their recovery.
We pretty much want the community to come together. It's affecting our community in very, very high numbers day by day. With that being said, we want to offer somebody a natural way to get out of things and to feel better about themselves and to make sure that they're just who they are and they feel good as what they're doing.
We work with local and state government, community organizations, law enforcement, healthcare systems to develop and implement programs to help people sustain recovery from addiction after they go to treatment or are reintegrating into the community. We set up programs to help people stay in recovery.
We are an alternative to inpatient psychiatric hospitalization. We offer a 10-day stay to those who are 18 years or older and having emotional distress.
By removing interference to the nervous system and helping the body self-heal and function better, it helps a person be able to deal with pain more effectively and be able to lead a healthier, more productive life. So we're pleased to be part of our community and especially to support this terrific event.
We do substance abuse evaluation, whether it's related for court, whether it's DUI related, or when people return for duty following having a DUI related to CDL license. So we do those kind of evaluations as well as therapy. We have groups and individual counseling from adolescents to adults.
We feel that no matter who came here today, whether we had a big crowd or just a crowd of 100, if we saved one person's life, then today was a successful event. Please stop by the East Brunswick Elks to find out more about how you can help your community or the East Brunswick Alliance. And we want to thank you all for stopping by today and sharing with us in East Brunswick Cares Substance Abuse Awareness Day. Thank you.
This is Barbara Reese reporting for This Week in East Brunswick. We're very fortunate today to be here with author and PhD Albert Amayo. Welcome, and we're excited to hear about your new book, Awaken the Power Within in Defense of Self-Help.
Thank you, ma'am.
So tell us a little bit about the focus of this new book that you've written.
The main purpose is to raise awareness about the billion with B, self-help culture, which they produce more harm than good. So what I try to is to analyze all these books that are all over. According to Amazon.com, there are more than 300,000 books available on self-help. But the people problem is that, as I have two friends, that they keep buying all these books and they never get help. So they think there's something wrong with them. Instead of thinking that it's nothing, but that they always look for something else beyond their inner self, to look for books that doesn't help.
So this was your inspiration for writing, seeing all these different books out there that really don't help?
Exactly. That's as a sociologist, I think my duty is to analyze this culture, which is now infesting America. And as one author, very thoughtful author, said that sham, his title books is Sham, How America is Being Disempowered with Self-Help Books. So
how do we empower the readers? How does your book help empower the reader?
First, try to analyze that all these self-help books try to give this sense of victimization first, that you are not good, that you have been abused in your childhood, and all the problems in the future is because of your childhood. So they impose that idea, and then they try to empower them with this book is going to be the solution for your problem.
And how is your book different?
My book is different because I said there is no other book. It's you yourself. You have to go to your inner self. All the power is in you. The kingdom of heaven is within. It's not out.
So you give strategies of how we can harness our inner power.
Right. That's the idea.
Now, your story is quite an inspirational story as well. Now you're a PhD and a sociologist. Tell us a little bit about your growing up.
I was the older child of 5, and my parents were kind of illiterate. They didn't write. My father went only to the first grade of primary school. But I was lucky enough that I had access. I used to love always libraries. I used to go to the library, local library. I would have access to new thought literature, and that was the one who helped me. That this kind of literature said you can do it. It's in your power to reach whatever you set in life. So that was my inspiration mainly.
So your positive thinking made a difference in your life. You went on to college, correct?
Right. So I continue doing to follow the example of great people and the advice of that everything, if we want to reach something, we have to fight for it. We have to suffer. We have to go through it. It's not easy. That's the problem in America. We are becoming a quick fix society. We want everything very quickly, immediately, and resolve the problem. That's not the way. We have to go through a process. And that's the only way that I was able to reach my PhD.
And we don't realize it nowadays here, there's more access to higher education, but for you it was a challenge to get access to that higher education.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
And so what do you hope the reader learns from this book?
I want the people learn that there is no power outside them. The power is in them. So if they propose to reach something, they can do it. And they have to focus their attention and beliefs to whatever goal they set in life.
Oh, that's exciting. Now, you also did a lot of research here at the library.
Right.
How did you find the resources here at East
I
Brunswick
am very
Library?
grateful to the staff here because they helped me to find the proper books, and when the books are not available here, they look for me in other libraries, and they gather, and they facilitate all the material that was able to produce these books.
So it's the power of the East Brunswick Public Library helping an author
Yes,
to
yes,
achieve their goals.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So we're coming to the close. I'm sure we could talk in much more detail about this exciting novel. Perhaps you could tell folks a little bit about how they can get the book.
The book is in Amazon.com. It's going to be released on June 5th, and if they go to Amazon.com.
And it's available in paperback.
Yes, it is available. Also in audiobook.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah.
So you can listen to it as you go to work.
Exactly, that's the idea.
To inspire you on the way.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for being here. All your books are wonderful, and it's always a learning experience speaking with you. So thank you for all that you do and the research that you do here at the library.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
This is Barbara Reese reporting for This Week in East Brunswick. We hope to see you again soon.
I am Stephen Siegel, president of the Central Jersey Bicycling Club, and today we are at the East Brunswick Library providing basically an overall program regarding bicycling, bicycling safety, even touching upon bicycling advocacy, which is actually very important in terms of keeping our roads safe and working with the legislatures and getting that done. Not only just for the bicyclists, but also for people who are walking as well. What our club does, and we're actually been doing this now for over 50 years, is that we promote cycling. And along with that, we do outreach programs such as this one. This is one of the many programs that we do. We also do we have done in the past a kids program. We've worked with townships in terms of promoting bicycling safety for the kids. And we also get involved with bicycling advocacy, where we actually help organizations such as the New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition with their endeavors, providing them with money, and at times even providing them with assistance.
I'm here today in East Brunswick Library to show safety and show the different types of bikes, different kind of safety equipment, and to properly adjust and make sure your bike is ready for a ride. When you stand over a bicycle, you should have clearance between you and the bar. When you sit on the bicycle, you should be on the balls of your feet. They should not be flat-footed, because if it's flat-footed, your knee is going to come up too high and you can't push that way. I want to be able to have a slight bend to my knee. That is a proper position at the lowest point. So I can adjust the height of the seat to compensate for my leg length.
The way in which you can get more information, for our club, it's Central Jersey Bicycling Club, so that's www.cjbc.org. As far as promoting bicycling in your towns and so forth, I would suggest that you talk to your town officials in terms of how you can get actively involved. One of the things that the towns need to do is to provide better access to the bicyclists. And so on a local level, on an individual level, you can do that just by talking to your city legislatures.